So, Nate, it's not just you that Twitch doesn't like. Twitch doesn't like anyone. You just happen to be a subset of anyone.
Well, I do have a Twitch streaming rig that I discovered some time ago that it actually works pretty well for me. I don't have to worry about.
Oh?
I haven't had issues with lag or buffering or any of that mess that I used to have.
Huh. I see.
In fact, it's the reason why I see Mitsukara is here. That's the reason why he's able to join us here. If you find yourself stuck, keep in mind that an enemy may actually be a friend in disguise. Right.
Oh, is Mitsukara...
I have...
Huh.
Part of my rig, I actually have it set so I can see who's coming and going. Something that I didn't see until somewhat recently.
I was thinking that Mitsukara couldn't view streams.
It didn't work for him, but earlier today I basically showed him my rig, and it's working for him. So
awesome. Well, that's cool to hear.
Yeah, it's just a combination of chatty, live streamer, and VLC. For people who have any idea what the heck I'm talking about.
Oh, so it's Twitch streaming without actually using Twitch's webpage.
Or any browser whatsoever.
That's clever.
Although chatty by itself is only for the text chat. The live streamer and VLC part is where the visuals come in, but you could do everything through chatty.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, sorry about the gender thing, Mitsukara. I guess I just used he as kind of a generic term there.
To be fair, like, almost everyone on Pure is a guy. There's...
True enough.
There's Mitsukara.
Us.
I think the only other female quest maker I know of is Dark Flame Wolf, but she's basically retired at this point.
And this is where I'm starting to have my grief with the whole shield not doing anything bit. Because
I really apologize.
Well, at least I killed one of them.
I messed up.
There's the first death of things.
So,
at least I don't have to go through all the crumbling blocks again since I hit that switch. So.
Oh yeah, I always try to put in shortcuts to keep you from doing stuff like that over and over.
Yes, and people like me appreciate it. Believe me. Although I do have a boomerang, I should probably be using that, shouldn't I?
Perhaps.
Well, the last Vire's dead though.
Yeah, even they fire unblockable fireballs because I have no excuse. I was not thinking.
Alright, there's a key. What was down here? Oh, yeah, I already got whatever was there. Well, Stud Kid, the I actually do use OBS for when I'm actually streaming. What I was referring to is my rig 2 for when I'm just watching streams. Oh, I need another key. Alright. Okay. So I need to go this way then.
You know, Eamon and I were just talking about this the other night, where you get a key, you open a locked door, and are met instantly with another locked door. I wish there was a better way of representing like how many keys you needed to proceed down a certain path.
Alright, I can't get that one yet. Not until I learn the mystical powers of magnetism.
Mystical magnetism. This item is my favorite and my least favorite part of this quest simultaneously.
It's definitely a unique thing.
Yeah, it's a unique thing. I just wish it was a thing that functioned properly and always behaved right.
Yeah, there were some cases where just getting it to go where you want it to go is kind of irritating.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I understand it's kind of a bit buggy to say the least.
Aren't used to... You know what? Fine. If you don't want me to pass through there, stupid bat, I'll find my own way.
Oh.
And I guess F6ing... I feel more justified in that, if only because there's no save states. Not that I would use save states anyway.
Oh, if CC had save states, I would abuse the heck out of them.
And you're immune to the boomerang. Of course you are. There's more than one of you! Or are you just spawning buddies? Oh! Well, that worked. And magnet shots. And one bit of headcanon from this quest, which I guess it's kind of weird that I would have headcanon. That the reason why the magnet shot is able to pull me along is because I bought the big shield.
Yeah, it's funny because it still pulls you to it without the big shield, and I understand it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'd like to pretend that Link is just like, he has a metal implant in his head, or a prosthetic arm, or something like that, that's made of metal. Yeah.
There we go.
I got nothing.
Nope, can't go that way.
And yeah, trying to attach it to this, like, part of the issue is for whatever reason it has to be a little bit to the right, and I don't know why, it's just a function of ZC's collision. And then part of it is that with the Steam tiles at least, the combos start like halfway up the combo grid, so it makes it hard to judge where you're actually supposed to aim it, which that part I could have solved, and I just was not thinking right. Yeah,
although the steering mechanism for this sort of thing is kind of weird too. Yeah,
the steering mechanism I can partially blame on Moosh because I stole the code from him. But then again, I thought the code was good enough to steal, so it's me trying to pass on the blame to somebody else.
And I think I'm about to... Thank you for aligning yourself with me properly. Oh, right. I was about to bring myself over the lava and realized, oh wait, I'm supposed to just bring the key over. That would have been bad. That would
drag themselves over there, crap.
Thing is, that would have killed me if I had done that, though.
Yo, and I've seen people do it, and it's great. Like, they get there, yeah, I got... Oh, that's right, I didn't think the next step through very well. Yeah, Mitsukara, it's an explanation that doesn't really make sense, but if you steer the magnet into steam or a whirlwind, it spins in place, like, hovering on air currents or something, so you can pull yourself to it. I recognize the whole idea behind this item is kind of janky and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that is the idea.
I was more impressed by the fact that A, it exists, and B, the amount of uses that this thing has had. Like drawing in.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like,
I basically.
Like drawing in the dark nuts. I would never have thought of that. Although now I have the pleasure of trying to lure this one over. To get this one over into the lava.
To make it work, I basically had to design the whole quest around the concept. And I'm kind of happy with how it turned out, but then there's the things like this where it's a cool idea and kind of bad execution, and I'm sorry.
Can you walk into the lava at some point? Thank you. Or, no, you didn't. Darn you. There we go.
Probably should have made him a blue darknet so we go home.
Okay, so then I can... If I do things that way... There we go. Now I don't have to worry about that ever again. Oh, jeez.
This puzzle!
I'm not safe here, am I? No, I'm not. So I know I have to lure one dark nut down here.
Yeah,
there we go.
I know I talked earlier about block puzzles being kind of tried and boring, but I do like this one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. This was definitely unique. Yeah, this one was definitely had some outside the box thinking. Let's see. Okay, safe to push that one all the way up. There we go. Haha. Oh jeez. Okay. Oh, the fact that these things can stun is also an interesting thing.
Yeah, in the original quest, this was a hookshot instead of this abomination of an item. And I liked the hookshot being useful in combat for stunning enemies that the boomerang couldn't. So I wanted to kind of keep that going. I know it's still not super practical for stunning enemies, but it has its uses there.
Yeah. Oh jeez. And everything respawns. Yay. Alright, so that's... The one thing I think is interesting, when you kill Darknuts this way, they still... Their drops can still happen.
Yeah, because all I did was set their HP to 0 and then draw the combos there. So setting enemies HP to 0 still activates built-in drop sets and all. I understand it probably doesn't make much sense, but...
Okay, so where I can... I think I want to go this way and... Oh, this was the one that gave me grief, trying to get this one dark nut to... Oh, wait! That's right. I was overthinking it. That's what was going on.
Yup. So Mitsukara, yes, this, when Team LP'd it, that was way before I added the magnet shot. Actually, Team's LP of the quest was one of the things that made me realize I really didn't like my own quest, and that's what led to me remaking it like this. If you go back and look at that version that he LP'd, oh, there are some questionable design decisions. I basically, from there, completely redid most of the dungeons.
Shoot.
I think Title Sanctum's the only dungeon that's at all similar. That one I kept the same room layout, but added new puzzles to and stuff. The Magma Sanctum and Sky Tower are just totally new. I figured there was no saving how bad they were originally.
So yeah, I knew when I was up in the sky, there was a couple places that I couldn't go to.
Yup, you may find them accessible now.
I know there was one of those towers had I think it had a key or some such, and the other one did not.
Right. There may be something there. Oh, yeah, Avon pointing out. In the attention to detail section, if you go back to the Title Sanctum after, like, when it's sunsetting or at night, the palette changes accordingly. There's absolutely no reason why you would go back. Because I mean, there's nothing there, but I think.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's the little things that can make a quest really special.
Go there. Yeah. Actually, I think the one person who did find it was convinced that there had to be something he could do, because there's no reason that I would make it change like that if there wasn't some reason to go back.
Right.
So my own little detail kind of backfired on me.
Can I grab that? Yes, I can, thank you.
Oh yeah, when I say my little detail, I mean the little detail that Avon pestered me to put in. So, Dementio, no there won't be. I have considered it in the past, but part of the issue is I just really don't like Darkness Within story at all. I mean, I could remake it, but at this point I'd rather do new things. That this Darkness Within just doesn't really interest me that much anymore. So I've left it there and kind of said, you know, if people want to play it, it's there. Just know that it's kind of bad.
Which, to be fair, once I did this, I pretty much added the rest of your quests to my list, including Darkness Within.
Ooh, it'll be cool to see some of them. Darkness Within is you probably won't like it as much as this one. I'll warn you right up front. It's got some issues.
Don't we all? Let's see. How do I want to go about this? I know I have to place barrels in specific spots, and it's just a matter of figuring out what spots that are supposed to be English. I think I'm safe to just do that. Or Or maybe not, never mind. I think I see what I have to do now. That's right, I have to place that one there. I'm good for that. Because there's no way to bring those blocks up. So I have to use the one that's up top for the one on the left.
Bingo. So, Dementio, I could try changing the story. The problem was, with this quest, I could modify the story a little bit, and, I mean, it's still got its issues, but it works. With Darkness Within, the entire premise of the quest is just bad. I don't like my main villain, I don't like half my characters. At this point, I could go and completely change the story and fix everything that's broken, but if I'm doing all that, why not just make a different quest? And yes, Mitsukara, it was Musha's Beetle script that I stole the movement from.
And just to save a bit of time... Alright, so... Oh, right, this thing. This is definitely a unique boss. I actually like this one.
I like this boss, but it kind of irks me because this isn't how I wanted it to work originally. Like, he wasn't supposed to be bound in one place with you pushing blocks. He originally moved around, and you'd have to, like, lure him over to Steam so you could remove his shield. But... Let me express to you how bad this thing's script is. Right now, the little shield, it hangs around him. You'll notice it slightly deforms on its own. If he's moving, he either has to move at a speed of 0, so stationary, or at a speed of 100. At any other step speed, the shield spazzes out and just kind of goes away. I don't know. I apparently don't know how to script well.
Alright, so I got all... This thing's probably immune to the boomerang, isn't it?
I believe so. So, that's a good question. How is the shield drawn?
Potion time, since... Oh, that thing doesn't really do much damage to me, does it?
No, it's not a very tough boss in terms of damage output. I believe it is Mitsukara, but let me check. Let me pull up this thing's script.
Alright, so that's that. Oh, right. Right, the guy got...
This cheerful scene!
Yeah, yep. This cheerful scene. This is definitely not something you typically see in Zolfer, even in some of the darker stuff. I think there's a...
Yeah, but that's why I liked it.
That one sound effect. I think that's what sold it, really.
Yeah, Moosh said that I should, like, have a draw effect with scripted blood droplets or something, but I thought just a simple sound effect and cut to black was much more effective.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's best to let your viewer imagine how gruesome it is, because it might be better than anything you could come up with yourself.
Yup.
Okay, so is this when I head off to do things at the blowhole? Or...
Yes.
Okay. First things first, I used a potion. I should probably buy a new one. Just to restock. I think I have enough to refresh my potions.
Oh, gosh. Mitsukara, this boss is scripted worse than I thought. I'll just paste in this and let you look at it if you're feeling brave enough.
Yep, I do have enough to restock my potions. Good. And I'd always found it kind of odd that you use rupees as your source for firing arrows in the original Legend of Zelda. You'd kind of take it to its logical extreme, having arrows as currency.
Yeah, it made more sense that way. Like, I considered having separate counters, but really there is only a single shop in the game.
Yeah.
So I felt that, like, having a counter just for this is how close you are to affording a potion seemed a bit silly.
Let's see, was it up here? No. I don't remember how many hearts I had at the end last time around.
I think you had something like 10 hearts, I think, so you're already almost to where you ended last time.
Oh, that's good. Wait. I have to go around this way. And it's just as well I'm not paying as much attention to chat as I normally do, but hello, Blowhole, that's got something else going on here. Hello, Ice Caverns.
Yeah, this dungeon I'm still not satisfied with, because my original plan for a dungeon just didn't work. I could not get it to work graphically, and I just kind of threw up my hands and said, whatever, something different.
Here we see the elusive Landmola in its natural habitat. The spawn algorithm it utilizes has puzzled zoologists for over a century and still remains poorly understood.
Yeah, Landmolas are magical enemies.
Aren't they though?
They always spawn at that location, no matter what you do. Even if you script them to spawn somewhere else, they will spawn there, and then they'll, like, flicker as the script tries to drag them to where they're supposed to be, and they say, no, this is my home, this is where I belong.
How many did you put here? I just used up all my arrows trying to kill them all.
I think I dropped 2 or 3 in the screen, and when they spawned there, I thought it was too funny to move them. So I just kind of put the plaque up instead.
Because I thought maybe I could kill them and get more arrows or something, but no, I used them all up and there's still some there, and I can't. And the boomerang didn't grab any of them.
So Mitsukara, that's probably for the best, because this script doesn't work well at all. It's just bad. There's no getting around it.
Oh, is this one of those kinds of block pushing puzzles? Yes, it is. Okay, and I've already got this figured out the solution for it.
Nice.
Except there's more to it that I don't have the means for it as of yet. Okay.
So these puzzles are fun because either you understand how they work, or you just kind of freeze up, no pun intended. And I found there's very little middle ground there. So you can solve this puzzle right now, I'll tell you that.
Well, I had a feeling when I stepped on the switch and nothing happened. I figured I'd probably need like the hammer or something. or the means of warming this place up, perhaps.
You can just drop another block on it; it'll work. It just looks that way because I figured if there's ice sitting on top of it, it probably would be a little deformed looking. Probably bad logic on my part.
If anyone knows things about flawed logic, it's me. This one, though, seems a little on the tricky side.
So, there's two solutions to this one. There's the legitimate, difficult solution, and there's the I don't have time for this, I'm thinking outside the box solution.
And, well, I came up with a solution. I don't know if it's which one it qualifies as, but it got the job done.
Well, let's find out. Stream, if you want to keep